Hey, what's up guys, it's Minifig Customs. I just wanted to show you guys this North Africa MOC set in World War II, North African Theater of War. It is an entry into Neighborhood Bricks 1000 sub contest, so pretty excited about that, but without further ado, let's get right into the details. So starting over here, we have a bread carrier, which is a kit from Brickmania that I slightly modified, to put the flames in. I did the black minifigs to represent burnt bodies, and that was shot by this Panzer, which is over, near the German-occupied village, which I think came out really great, but I'll show you guys that later. Next to that, we have a mortar crew, which, I thought would look good. So I have a Brickforge canteen on that guy with some webbing from Brickforge. He's supposed to be like the scouter, so he has a plotting map with coordinates on it. This guy is the guy operating the mortar, which I thought turned out pretty nice. This standard mortar design. This guy also has a radio pack on him, and if I can get down low enough, a custom headset. So I really enjoy that feature. Now, if we move to the left, I didn't do trenches in this. That was just, I thought, I want this to be an assault, so very light, So I have a ring of sandbags, as well as this LP2 field gun, which is broken down. Its wheels are off, which I think came out pretty good. And it's supposed to be firing towards the German village at this building, or at that building, which I'll show you. Wait, focus. Thank you. At that building. But right next to that, I took a brick-armed shell, and I put it in a clear cylinder piece to give the effect of a shell being fired off, which I thought came out pretty well. So then we have like random assortments, crates with munitions and stuff like that. Then I have a backpack with two Lee Enfields leaned up next to it and a Bren carrier on top of the Bren carrier's crate, which that crate is a Brickmania print, a limited edition. And then I have two more of those on the backs of the Bren carriers, which were also, Brickmania kits. So was the Panzer, and almost all my British minifigures were Brickmanias. Some of them I used the Resistance Trooper torsos from Rogue One, because I thought, here, let me show you. So, I thought it had fairly good detailing, it looks like webbing, which I really enjoy in some. So that was a perfect torso, actually, without having to order more custom torsos. So I have two of these palm trees on the MOC, too, which I thought came out great. I like to include wildlife in some of my MOCs, so comment the times down below where you see the scorpion, which is right now the camel and the rooster and the dog. So those are all the animals in this MOC, so I included quite a few. Here's the second Bren carrier. I put these little red hands up on top of the antenna poles because it's supposed to be a small flag, just kind of a marker, show, I guess, unit, and I have another LP2, but this one's not broken down and entrenched. Its magazine is empty on it, and it has its wheels on the side, so it's being transported further down the battlefield. So, yeah. And then I got this nice glob of beautiful British soldiers over here. So, I showed you the Resistance Trooper already, but I will show you this Brickmania custom printed figure. I'm absolutely in love with these custom minifigures. They're great. They're some of the best custom minifigs I own. Which is, it's sad that they never sold them separately, but, there's other substitutes out there that I managed to use. And then I also have this guy, which is, I believed this torso is from the Pharaoh's Quest line. But I used him as a British field commander, so he has a nice pair of binoculars and a revolver, which is just, it's not brick arms, it's from the Lone Ranger kits. I also gave him a beret, which I think looks pretty decent on him. So now let's head over to the German side. Just excuse the mess quick. Okay, so now we're over at the German side. There's the British. Focus. Thank you. So there's where we just were, if you want an overview of that. The German side's where it gets really detailed. The British is supposed to just be, a small siege unit, so it's not like it's supposed to, yeah, it's just supposed to represent a small unit of soldiers that were out on a, well, were sent out to take this German-held town back. So now that we're on this side, let's start on the right again. Right here is my custom-made artillery piece, and I have a bunch of these lovely brick arm shells right here, which I pulled the munition off of pretty much, which just looks like this. Here, wait. This looks like that. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there you go. So those are really nice pieces, but I took the shells out, so the casings are just left on the ground, shell casings, and then I stacked up some crates against the wall here, as well as there's a Panzerfaust right next to or leaned up against the barrel right next to those crates, which was just a freebie in one of my orders for all these parts. I got a pail right there, so, you know, just some details. So this guy, I really like how he came out, actually. I love this. So this is also another Brickmania custom printed figure, but the legs aren't Brickmania. Here's what the legs look like. They're really nice, actually. I just wanted a kneeling guy somewhere on this mock, so there's those legs. So here's what he looks like. I saw this technique online to make a figure look like he's kneeling, which I think came out pretty well. So he looks not bad when he is. One sec. There we go. Positioned up right there. So I love that, how that came out. Then up here I have another one of these shell effects, which was to use the Brickmania shell I showed you with the empty casings, and it's I used an ice cream piece, another clear cylinder, and then one of the Brickmania shells because they have the little plugs so they can fit in the shell casings, which is pretty cool. Then right here is telephone poles, so I have 4 of those running along the whole road. I did dirt road. I tried to do the dark tan kind of color because it's, looks like it's been used a lot more than this nice sand flesh kind of tan color. Here's Panzer. This is a Brickmania Panzer IV Aus F. So I really like this. It was a pretty decent kit. I love it. It's a great kit if you're interested in North Africa or any kind of, desert camouflage vehicles around World War II period. This is a great kit to buy. It has 3 openable hatches on it. The front's super detailed. It has, the gunner's view and then a MG42 up front. I'm sorry, MG32. It's an MG32, not 42. So then next there's this little alley, and of course, again, the details are important in mock, so I put more crates and barrels throughout here. So I have this little pergola right here, which I thought came out great. It's supposed to give off a more Mediterranean vibe for the mock. Since it is North Africa, there's a lot of Mediterranean architecture in that part of the world. So I really like how that came out. It took a lot of finagling to get it that way, but in the end it looks great. I had 2 of those on the mock. So right here is actually a German commander figure. Another custom Brickmania, but he didn't come with the trench coat. The trench coat was actually from another custom minifigure that I completely stole it off of because I think this guy looks a lot more cool. So he has a Luger, and as well as the MP40, which I think he looks pretty good with, and that's a great print as well. Here, let me focus in on that. And it's a little bit hard to... Here, let me stand him up. See if I can get a focus. Yeah, there you go. So it's a really great print, actually. But, so, yeah, if you have any chance ever to order Brickmania printed figures, they're really good. So let me just get this guy back on my mock, so he's not sad and alone. Sure, that works. Okay, then I have this other soldier up here, which has this dog. I used a twist rope piece to kind of give it the effect that he has a leash on the dog. It's a German Shepherd, you know, an attack dog. Then I have up here a little nest set up with a MG42 custom printed crate again, and some more barrels. And then I have a Afrika Korps soldier manning the MG42, and that is what the LP2 field gun is actually firing at. It's firing at this building because they don't want the troops advancing getting mowed down by the MG42 up here. So yeah. So next I'll move kind of more this way a little bit. There's a little card I put in. I don't know. I thought, you know, more detail. I don't want it looking just desert, you know. And then down here, this is probably the most little detailed nook, but the worst lit little nook in the whole entire mock. There we go. It's focused. So I have a wounded soldier being pulled out by another slightly less wounded soldier, and as well as a chicken, and I have a ladder and some more crates. But there is the wounded soldier face and the body from oh my goodness, Citizen Brick. And then I also have this German soldier who's providing cover fire for those two. So yeah, that's basically the extent of my mock. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's one thing I forgot to mention. Actually, two. I wanted to put a gradual incline in because I thought, you know, just having flat desert would look very, very boring. Then right here, I really was inspired by Gary Brooks, the mock creator who does a lot of historical with this black border. He is an astounding builder, and I aspire to be like him one day with my builds and get to that level. So that elevates with the land, if you can see that. It's all tiled over and nice and smooth. Actually, wait. Let me give you guys a more detailed look at the front of the buildings because, you know, why not? Make it look nice. So here's a nice look at the fronts of the buildings. I gave them some shot out windows, you know, stuff like that. It's, I really enjoy how they came out. Better look at the German soldier. Better look at the wounded Citizen Brick soldier and the soldier providing cover fire. As well as, here's a look at the bigger building with the two pergolas on it. That's my favorite part of the whole mock, actually. So the doors are 100% brick built on those two because I couldn't find a good way to, you know, portray a door that was a solid piece of wood. Lego doesn't really make parts like that don't have windows in them. But all the windows are different heights and whatnot, and they look like they're shattered out and whatnot. So, yeah, that's basically the extent of this mock. So, please like the video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.